members, and welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And now I'm giggling at myself. And welcome to our new series called Now We Know, where we go back and we watch old trailers and see if they give us hints or spoilers or if they hold up and all that kind of jazz.
Yep.
And we are doing phase 2 of the MCU, and we are now on to Guardians of the MF Galaxy.
And now for something completely different.
We were just talking about this with our Winter Soldier trailer reaction, that Winter Soldier is the first of the comic book movies being a different genre and as a spy film. It changes a lot of what happens within the MCU and for the characters, for story narrative and all that kind of stuff. And then here comes this Guardians of the Galaxy. You have a talking tree, a walking talking tree, a raccoon.
Yeah.
They're in space.
To be honest, when we saw the trailer the first time, the second time, until I watched the movie, I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's dumb. And I love this Guardians. I'm not such a fan of the second one. He is.
I am.
But I loved it. Like, I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think everybody kind of was the same way, because Guardians of the Galaxy in the comics is it's a very niche within the MCU kind of thing. They are members of the Avengers, but it's still like they're kind of that group over there that we don't talk about.
I've never heard of them before until it came out.
And we've talked about this in the past. We weren't super deep into the comics themselves. We were about the movies, and so now we've gone back and kind of learned more about the Guardians and Chris Pratt, and we'll get into it. But so here's our trailer reaction to Guardians of the MF and Galaxy, and go. I'm not cursing. I'm so proud of myself. And go. I'm so glad I got rid of those. Dun, dun, dun. Indiana Jones?
Right.
Drop it now.
Yeah. Hey, cool, man. No problem. No problem at all.
Who are you?
Star-Lord.
Who?
Well, Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw.
See, completely changed.
We arrested these 5 on Xandar. Check out the rap sheets.
Drax, a.k.a. the Destroyer. Since his wife and family were killed, he's been on a rampage across the galaxy in his search for vengeance.
But he's not
Gamora,
Rampage.
Soldier,
Right, that's true.
assassin, wanted on over a dozen counts of
Nice
murder.
smirk.
Rocket, wanted on over 50 charges of vehicular theft and escape from lockup.
What the hell?
Groot, he's been traveling recently as Rocket's personal houseplant / muscle.
Peter Jason Quill. He's also known as Star-Lord.
Tara.
Who calls him that?
Himself, mostly. He's wanted largely on charges of minor assault, public intoxication,
Oh, I don't remember
and
that being there.
fraud.
Scene gesture alert.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked. Hey. That's mine. You son of a... Hey! Take those headphones off right now!
Oh,
I don't remember that.
that shot's not enough.
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes. Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing.
For something completely different.
Love with me. I'm hooked on a feeling.
And everybody universally went, what?
Yep. Yep. I think I may have actually said that out loud in the movie theater the first time we saw this trailer. What? It's it's a palate cleanser. It is a serious palate cleanser for the 3 pretty dark, heavy movies that we got
ahead of this.
in phase 2. But yeah.
It's and I love because of the previous 3 movies with Iron Man 3, Dark World, and Winter Soldier, dark, ominous, changing everything that we knew about the storytelling narrative that was going on within the MCU. They start the trailer off. It's very dark.
Right.
It's very
serious. And I'm like,
He's
this whole
sneaking-
scene is funny, and they're making it out to be
this super oh, it's gonna be like an Indiana Jones kind of thing, and you're
Yeah.
like, no, it's a plucky comedy.
Yeah.
It's a plucky fish out of water found family movie. Is what it ends up becoming.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they have one of the infinities. They have the Power Stone. We really get Thanos for the first time on screen.
Yep.
Not in a post-credit scene, but actually in the movie.
Right.
And we get space. We haven't been to space yet, so we have that whole thing.
Yep.
And it changes everything that goes on. And Groot looks awesome. Rocket looks awesome. Drax, that whole outfit that Dave Bautista has is all physically put on and then painted on and stuff. And
it's like
Gamora's the same way with.
It's like peel and stick. Like they made a whole bunch of them so that they could get him through makeup quickly. But this is the first one too, and really I think Guardians is the only ones that are like this. James Gunn loves music, and he loves kind of where music puts you, brings back memories of hearing that the first time or whatever.
Right.
And so when this movie came out, I remember Google Play had this whole album for free. I think I still have it, and every once in a while I just go back and listen to it because it's a lot of music from my preteen years. So I remember all those songs.
Yeah, it was. The music was such an important part of the movie to tell the narrative of Peter,
right?
And then it became a narrative point within the story of the movie overall as it kept going along and everything. And that's
the guard having his headphones and then him playing the song for Gamora and
and all that stuff. Pelvic menstruations.
No, pelvic sorcery.
Sorcery. That's it. Pelvic sorcery. Menstruations. That was not the right word at all. But what they do with this trailer, doing the misleading. At the end, they're showing them all together, and the music is playing. They changed the whole perception of the MCU in a 2.5-minute trailer.
Right. Peter Quill flips the camera off, and then one of the guards says "a-holes." You're like, wow. Yeah,
and actually, so that particular where they censor it, that actually shot is actually used when they play this on TNT and Sci-Fi or whatever. But if you watch it on the DVD or in the theater or the Blu-ray, because it's the modern 4K Ultra, we don't have one of those, so Blu-rays, they actually show him flipping off the camera.
Yeah.
So it got James.
They say Dick and
A-hole.
A-hole. There was another one that Meryl Streep. No. Not Meryl Streep.
Oh, what a prick.
Glenn Close
says, what a prick.
Which we just watched this the other day on TNT or something, and they took that out, but they still said a-hole.
Yeah,
We're like...
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just love how this, this is one of my top MCU movies, and I really like the second one probably a lot more than other people for different reasons than I like this one. But this particular trailer just changes how trailers were set up and really showing the tone shift and leaning through okay, you thought you knew how everything was going to go. Now we're going to flip it on its head and they really don't do much. And you don't see Ronan, you don't see the Infinity Stone, the Power Stone. You don't see that at all, or you see the little container thing, so that's the MacGuffin, but you don't really know.
And you see the collector for a hot second.
Yeah. I still want the Grandmaster and the Collector road trip movie through the galaxy.
Yeah, or growing up as brothers or whatever.
Yeah, I so want that. But this one, you definitely, I really like, as I'm going through the trailer, I'm kind of like I was dancing to it and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yep.
So that is our thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy. On our new series called Now We Know. Let us know what you thought of this trailer and our reaction to it in the comments. Be nice. That's a requirement. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and follow us on all the social media. Habalahoo, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links are in the description down below. And if we don't see you, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hooked on a feeling.